Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. Well, I sold the Bronco. I'm just kidding, it's over here. I finished painting the tub actually. Turned out really nice. Let me take you in. Yeah, laid the clear down. There's a fair amount of trash in it, but man, it turned out glossy and clean, and this is with dust on it, so very happy with how that turned out. But that's not why we're here today. So I scooted the Bronco over there to make room to do brakes on Mrs. Matt's Garage Highlander. You got to take care of the home maintenance stuff. And then I was getting some work done for getting some templates cut for some stairs I made, and I ran into a guy who's selling two late 60s Mercury Cougars. So I've got my rescue stuff over here. He gave me the keys. He's like, you can drive them this weekend. So we're gonna head over there, see if we can get them started, get them running. They don't have batteries. They haven't run in a while. Not like Vice Grip garage years, but a couple of years. And then bring them each over here, throw them on the lift, look underneath, see what's what, and then you guys can tell me whether I should buy them or not. Let's go. Well, here we are. I'm only about 4 miles from my house and about 3/4 of a mile down the road from where I bought the Bronco, but this is the pair I'm considering buying one, either, or both of. This is a 1968 Mercury Cougar XR7. This is a 1969 Mercury Cougar SR7. I've got the keys. I'm gonna open them up and then we'll take a closer look. All right, we're gonna go age before beauty. So we'll start with the 68. Go in the trunk. Nothing in here. Now he's been running this, so he told me. It looks like the fuel tank is reasonably new. Got the manual, that's always good. Little subwoofer. Smells a little mildewy. This floor looks coated, so I can't really tell if it's rust. That's why I want to get this thing home and see. Interior of this one is in better shape. You can see the seats are in really good condition. A little bit of crack in there. Seats are there. The headliner's in great shape. The side panels have a little bit of tearing and there's some rust coming through on that side. I'll show you. But it just definitely needs a refresh, and it's got the GT steering wheel, which I don't care for, but it's not bad. It's serviceable. Now this owner did get it painted, but you can see the clear coat is failing everywhere. So the paint is garbage. There's some panel alignment issues. When he bought it, it was kind of in pieces. The family had thrown it together to sell it. So there's definitely panel alignment issues everywhere. You can see this gap is uneven. Kind of corresponding, needs to shift that way. Got some rust bubbles here and some rust here. I can actually see into the car from there, so that's not good. So this one is pretty stock from the outside. Let's look into the engine bay here. All right, we've got a 302. Looks like an MSD control box. Blaster coil. It's pretty sparse in here. There's not much to talk about. He did say that the brakes aren't working, so let's pop this open here. Well, there's no fluid in the back reservoir, so of course they're not working. It means we got a leak somewhere in the system. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drive this one to the house and put it on the lift, but we'll see. All right, let's check out the 69. So the 69's exterior, the panel alignment is way, way better. Like the doors line up with the fenders and the quarters and everything. I don't see any rust bubbles either. There's a hood alignment issue. I don't want to close it right now because then I open it again, but it just kind of sticks out proud of the front, and I'm not sure why. He did say he got the cowl leaks repaired in both of these, The extent of the quality of the job, I don't know. Looking in there, it looks like the car has been multiple colors. This is like a Porsche blue, theoretically, but it looks almost black or charcoal. Don't care for the rally wheels. The trunk is in the similar condition, but he's got the EFI fuel pump tank, in-tank pump in here, so that's good. Looks pretty clean on the outside. You see some weird ghosting and stuff for the clear coat. Same thing, he got this repainted, clear coat failed. Whoa. The interior on this one's a little more worn. There's cracks and stuff in the seats, and these side pieces are flopping over. I don't know what those are even called. It's got the B&M shifter, but otherwise looks fairly stock in here. Still has the AM radio. This is definitely the better car and the one he's asking more for. There's also some sort of an issue with the, you can see it's cracking there. And yeah, here we got a 351 Windsor. Again, he's got the MSD and the TAC business and the remote power steering, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. Aluminum radiator, lots of go fast parts. So that's the 69. So I think what we're gonna do is grab the battery, throw it in there. I've got the Lone Wolf 3000. We'll crank it over a few times to get the oil pressure going. And I'm gonna put some air in the tires, check the fluids, fire it up, get it warmed up, and then if I'll drive it around this parking lot a little bit, and then if I feel like it'll make it home, I'm gonna drive it home and put it on the lift. I just put air in the tires, and they're all rotted, so that's good. A little concerning about driving it, but they're not so bad. It's right at the top. It smells like some gas in it, but not too bad. Let's check out the blood juice here. Doesn't smell burned. Add, don't. That's funny. It's definitely full hot idling in park, which it's not doing, so I'll check it again when I'm idling. It's got that. It's got enough of that. So the fluids are good, except let's check the brakes here. Brakes are full. It's got adjustable proportioning belt, that's good. Okay, so all the fluids are good. Let's do the battery. Now this is for the Bronco, but I'm sure it won't mind. What is this now? This is some sort of a shield or what? Okay. Can't figure out what this does. Maybe it's like that type of thing? I don't know. So let's put the positive on here. See what it's doing. I'm gonna put the negative on. Pay attention for any smells, smoke. Looks like some oil coming out of this valve cover. Let's get the keys on it. Well, the Phytech fired right up, but I'm not getting any oil pressure. Well, let's just put it in reverse and see if it'll roll a little bit and stop. I mean, it runs really good, but I just can't tell if it's getting oil pressure. All right, well, the valve cover gasket fought me, but it's off now. And I remembered how to do the steel me junction, so I can do that now. There's definitely oil. So it has oil pressure. I can see it coming up very aggressively. So that's good. So we're gonna ignore the oil gauge, put the valve cover back on, and then go for a drive. Okay, I've put a minimal amount of tools in the trunk. Make sure I have my keys on me. And we're gonna drive this thing home. I'm sure that's fine. All right, I just put the seatbelt on, just adjusted the mirror here. That's useful. Let's start it up. Starts good, man. I think this has been sitting, just judging from the asphalt underneath, it's been sitting a long time. Oh, brakes are a little crunchy. Oh, the brakes are a little soft. By a little soft, I mean a lot soft. Can I e-brake myself to a stop? No. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll just put it into a ditch if I need to. Wipers work? Oh. Knob came off. Well, they wipe. Didn't really help though. I hear something clicking. Is there gas? Okay, the gas gauge says it's working. I don't know. Oh, brakes are groaning. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if I get to the house. So far, so good. Just heading up the Maple Holler here, back to the house. It runs good. It brakes terrible, and it makes clunky noises anytime I hit anything other than very smooth asphalt. But when you get into it, it's got some go. It's not like overheating or anything. So, I don't know. I assume all Mercuries drive like this. It's a little twitchy. The steering's a little twitchy. Leo kind of warned me about that. But, I don't know. Let's pull it up to the house and see what the family thinks. It's definitely a cool car. It needs a lot of work, but hopefully the price reflects that. Yeah, it's got potential. I don't know. All right, let's throw this thing on the lift, see what she does. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is there any rust? Well, there's a teeny bit.
Where do you see rust? Oh, that's on the exhaust. Yeah, that's okay. I'm looking for rust here.
Oh, well, I don't,
But he-
there's a little something. That might be
Where?
mold. I don't know. Right there? Like right there.
Oh, that's the undercoating coming off.
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna have to re-undercoat it?
I just want to see if...
No, like right here.
Huh?
That might be too thick.
What thing? What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Right there. That might just be surface rust.
Where? Oh, this is the oil pan. Yeah, that's okay. The front suspension is making a terrible clunking noise when I go over bumps. I wonder if it's this thing. I don't know enough about these Cougars.
Well, at least there's no rust.
Yeah, that's one thing. It definitely doesn't look...
How though? I mean, the Bronco's rusty as heck.
Well, if it was taken care of and stored indoors,
outdoors.
This one was stored mostly indoors, I think. All right, let me bring the viewers underneath here. All right, let me know if you see anything funky. Now, when I go over bumps, for sure, the right side makes a clunking noise, and I don't know, could it be? These bushings look relatively new. Could it be the steering thing? I don't know. I don't know enough about these. It looks like some sort of an aftermarket steering rack system, which is pretty high speed. Got full length headers, O2 sensor with the strap type sensor. I'll just weld one in. That looks like a C4 transmission with the aftermarket cable shifter. The frame rails, I poked and prodded these. Give me that screwdriver.
What is that white stuff?
I don't know. It's like some sort of a efflorescence coming through from when they did the coating.
Well, I mean, those are pretty small holes.
Yeah, I know. Nothing out here looks.
Major.
I mean, I see. Whenever I see undercoating like this, I'm like, are they trying to cover something up or? Oh, no, that looks good too. Huh. 4 9-inch Edelbrock shocks. Looks like a lift block. Or I don't know, is that stock? Is that a stock rear leaf thing? Looks like the gas tank's leaking gas, so that needs to be sealed up.
Do you use that white tape for that?
Looks like we got a leak here. Rear axle seal.
So there's a lot of leaks.
It's got rear disc brakes. It's got a rear disc brake conversion. I wonder if that's why it stops poorly. Oh, wow.
Can you fix that?
Yeah, oh yeah, it just needs to be adjusted. I don't see anything here that gives me cause for concern. There's definitely not, it's not a rust bucket. There is one thing that's bothering me. This bumper sits proud of the fender here, and I'm trying to figure out, like, did she get punched? Like, see this gap? It's like so narrow, and then you come over to this side and the gap is so wide. Like, did the bumper just get tweaked in? Or is this valence? Oh, okay, that's fine. There's something going on with the front end here, and I don't know what it is. So if you guys see anything, let me know. And the hood doesn't line up, as I mentioned, it doesn't close all the way. So it clicks into the first click position, but it won't click into the second. I don't know if that's a simple alignment issue or the sign of something, bad. All right, the sun's come out. I've returned the 69. I tore up the valve cover gasket when I checked the oil pressure. So I'm gonna do the right thing and replace it. I just picked another one up from O'Reilly, so I'll replace that valve cover gasket before I leave. I went ahead and I checked all the fluids here, and they're fine except for the brake fluid, which I filled up off camera. Well, it wasn't really off camera, I just didn't have my audio on like an idiot. And I fired it up, it cranked and cranked. As soon as it built up fuel pressure, it fired right off, and there was a leak right between the filter and the carburetor. So I'm gonna replace that fuel line. I've got Mrs. Matt's Garage meeting me here to help me bleed the brakes, because even with the fluid in there, it just pumps right to the floor. So either there's just a ton of air in the system or the master cylinder's shot. Hopefully it's the first one, but we'll find out. Oh man, it's so hard and dry. No wonder it cracked. I'm just gonna replace this. I brought some. Hopefully I got the right size. Let's see. It's either 5/8 or 3/16. Yeah, it's the right size. Good. Yeah, that's a 3/8. They just stretched it over that. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing, which is not proper, but desperate times and all that. So go up there. that should be good. Look at the difference in flexibility. I mean, can't compare them. Okay, I'm gonna jack the car up, wait for Mrs. Matt's garage to come. Okay, Mrs. Matt's garage and I have been bleeding the brakes for like 30 minutes. I couldn't get any juice to come out of the passenger side caliper. Everything else bled out, but this side is just, nothing happens. But I can see the caliper closing, which means we have brakes. So we're gonna start this thing up and go for just a ride around the parking lot. All right, we're gonna fire this thing up. It should fire right up because I got it to start earlier. We're just gonna check to see if it's got leaks. Immediate. Immediate. The brake fluid's burning off. I got my fire extinguisher. All right, let's go for a quick ride. How does that?
Forget anything underneath. How does it feel?
Oh, this feels very nice. It's very smooth and like kind of
What's that sound?
steering wheel. No brakes. Okay. Okay. It's pretty good. Okay, I've finished changing the valve cover gasket on the 69. I'm gonna take my battery out of the 68. It was super fun. Let me put this in the truck and then we'll talk. Why do you, oh God. Okay. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, it could be fun. I think I like the 68 better. I don't know, I don't need another project, that's for sure. And they both need work. So I really want to hear from you guys. I got to bring the guy his keys back tomorrow. He's going to ask me if I'm interested. I'll probably tell him I'm thinking about it because I am. But I really need to hear from you guys. Like, am I crazy or is this like cool? I don't know. Look forward to hearing from you and we'll see what happens next time on Matt's Garage.